Random 2, a.k.a. Fellavision. I'm Brian. I'm joined by my friends and co-hosts, Chris Tharp, JP. Today we're going to be talking about the film Twisters, which we saw a couple days ago. But let's break it in, boys. How we doing? How we feeling today?
Ooh-wee. I'm back off the sickness. I'm feeling all right today.
Down with the sickness?
I've been down
more.
bad, but today I feel all right. What about you, Tharp?
Oh, I mean, I feel great. I just rode a bus in and saw Twisters before this.
Wait, what do you mean you rode a bus in here?
To Rhode Island. From Rhode Island.
Like a megabus?
Flixbus.
Ooh, you flixed up.
I love Flixbus.
Yeah, it has been a long road to get here. You might notice, folks, that we got a little bit of construction going on in the old Fellavision studios right now.
Shit's changing up. Stay tuned, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're putting a lot of money into this venture.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we'd like to thank some of our investors for really
big things soon come.
Sugar daddying this studio.
Yeah, I'd like to call this a cocoon episode. Not to say it's going to be bad. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it, talking to you guys about this movie featuring Glen Powell and what's her name? Daisy Edgar-Jones? No, it's going to be great.
I don't remember her name. I don't know anybody in this movie except for Kiernan Shipka. Is it Kiernan?
We'll get into that.
Okay.
We'll get into that. Pronunciations, the pronunciations bit part of the pod.
Come up, yeah.
Let's set the scene. Long legs raps, and then the boys. We all went to the Have Heart reunion show in Brooklyn.
Skirt.
Does anyone
I did that twice already.
Want to break it off?
Yeah, the Have Heart gig. No, it's me.
You go.
I go.
Yeah, you go.
Have Heart gig. Incredible gig. Mm-hmm. All type of shit going on. We got restraining order covering Righteous Jams.
That was
Kicked
crazy.
it off. That's how I walked in. Secondarily, we got Speed doing the Speed thing.
The flute thing.
I'd never seen Speed before. But I will say, I wasn't a huge fan, admittedly, until I just saw them play, and I was like, this is sick. I get it now. I didn't get it. One thing I didn't like, though, I fuck with the flute thing. Let me just say that off rip. Right. And this isn't a criticism of Speed. Y'all rock. But what was annoying was clearly everybody was waiting for that moment because when the song kicked in with the flute, literally every phone in the room, thousands of motherfuckers put their phone up to record the fucking flute part, which really bothered me.
I did capture an amazing X'd up hand going up and doing jazz fingers, and I was like, this is some of the best cinematography I've ever done in my life. I was like,
you were one of the phones.
Oh, I was definitely one of the phones. New York Nico was not one of the phones.
I wasn't one of the phones.
He didn't get that part. He was filming the whole fucking set.
He literally posted multiple clips. Did not post a flute part.
Didn't post a flute.
Yeah, I don't think I took any content at that gig.
It was also a hot clip. Everyone was talking to me in the DMs. They were like, "Oh my god, what is this?"
The flute bit. Dude, that's why you and everybody else got that same engagement.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Have Heart obviously rocked the fucking house. It was incredible. I got sweaty as fuck. And not only did I get sweaty as fuck, I also got sick as fuck because that was a super spreader event.
Yeah.
I got COVID for sure.
Every strand.
I knew going in that you had, that there wasn't a chance of getting super sick at a super spreader event like this.
Yeah. I got beyond sick.
I got COVID 06. I got COVID 09. I think that's when Songs of Screaming in the Sun came out. You know what I mean? Like every one of them I think I got after that. But I think that is... I can't imagine another scenario where all three of us would have been in the pit at any other show.
Yeah, we were all in the pit.
Activated.
Fellavision was in the pit.
Fellavision was activated in the pit.
We actually had three microphones. We were trying to get to the stage.
Yeah. It was, we're trying to do the we were supposed to do an ep. That was the ep. Just like, what do you think of Stand By Me? Yeah. But yeah, there wasn't really a pit because it was so many. There were so many fucking people.
You could move like a foot, and then there'd be no space, and then you just be like in like I don't know, like a.
I was just angry about my shoes the entire time. I stopped stepping on my shoes.
What were you wearing? Fit check.
I don't even know. I feel like I was just wearing a regular 990s, but it pissed me off. I was wearing a Count Me Out shirt. Yeah. I'm not really an HC T-shirt kind of guy, but
at
for
the
gig,
event,
dude.
Yeah, for the gig.
It had a few holes in it, you know. Like it was safe to go crazy.
There was a couple holes in that bad boy, dude. It's a little vintage tee at this point.
It's a shirt that you can wear to a gig.
That was a once in a lifetime event. We will never be in a mosh pit together ever again.
I beg to differ, brother. We're going to be in all sorts of mosh pits together. Well, I can't name one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I can't think of a scenario.
But it's going to happen.
Yeah. There's time.
Chris, what'd you do? What'd you get into?
Well, I made my way back to Rhode Island, Tiverton, a place that exists. And Groundhog thwarted. Has not eaten any of the vegetables.
Dead.
We had some lettuce.
Because you killed it and its baby.
No. We saw it off in the distance.
We boiled it alive.
We boiled it.
He saluted y'all from
He
the
goes-
distance.
He goes, I'm ordering a
Those
ladder on
lettuces
Amazon.
Live to see another day.
Yeah. Then I went to Canobie Lake Park.
Canobie
I'm
Lake Park.
making shit up crazy.
Yeah,
No,
like,
no,
yo,
bro, don't.
This is fucking
Canobie.
Massachusetts, well, actually New Hampshire. It's
Yeah.
just over the line.
Salem, New Hampshire.
What type of shit they got?
It's
Yeah.
a legitimate thing. Would you say it's a
I would say
legitimate theme
that,
park?
I would say it's a AAA Disneyland.
Say what it's called again?
Canobie.
Canobie Lake Park.
Lake Park.
But it's a theme park. It's not
It's a
like
theme park, and I thought
with a lake
I
in it.
literally wore a bathing suit because I thought I was going to a water park.
I mean, yeah.
And then
That's fair.
I show up and I was like, there are roller coasters here.
Yep.
There is a wing of it because I did like a little
water
search,
there. I see a
but
little
it's
bit.
literally one water slide and a splash pad. Like it's not a real
Yeah,
water
I mean,
park.
at
It's
point,
that
why
zone.
Why are
let me-
you going with a bathing suit
Let
only
me
for
let
that?
me put you on to some shit. You fuck with the Boston Tea Party.
But the Boston Tea Party ride was fucking awesome.
fuck
It's
with the Boston-
basically
So the Boston Tea Party, formative thing
as
for Brian.
As a guy who likes to do all type of rioting.
Check it out. All right, so this is a giant tube. You go down there, go down the thing. Watch this, splash,
Oh, I love a
gigantic
splash.
Yeah.
water, and then you can like chill in that zone.
You can chill in the zone,
You
and
get splashed.
Jane's nephew, shout out Grayson, he loved that. He
Yeah.
loved getting splashed because it'd be like the water hangs in the air for a while and then it hits you.
That is also
So
how you
it's
get
really-
COVID.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite
10
shit on
times.
TikTok is people like being by water slides like that and just getting fucking hammered because they think it's funny and then they're not ready for what actually
Yeah, yeah.
happens.
Yeah, it's part of the Canobie Lake experience. Is you just like when you're a kid they have a zone that you can just sit and get soaked by the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah.
So
Is
you
it
don't even
tea?
need to wait in line for it.
Or is it just regular ass water?
I mean, at this point, it's something that isn't water.
Yeah.
so
but
some kind of tea.
some kind of tea.
Yeah, that is human tea.
I will say though, every other state, every other location in the world don't get it the way Florida gets it when it comes to theme
No,
parks.
yeah.
No,
I
you
was
guys
just
are
like-
goated for that.
We fuck with the theme parks and that's some bullshit. Like I didn't want to talk shit. That's a whack ass theme park,
For-
brother. That ain't shit.
The thing is,
Jane was like, oh, so did you tell them that like Disney World is better and stuff? I was like, no, I'm trying to meet people in the middle, man. Like, a theme park is a theme park. Not everybody can be Disney World.
Yeah,
not
it's
everybody
not
can be
even
Disney.
close.
Not
It's not-
everybody
it's-
can be Wet and Wild.
It's
dude.
also not. It's not even Six Flags. It's-
Adventure Island, Busch
so-
Gardens. Get the fuck
but I was just
out
like,
of here.
I do commend that they have some shit going on.
No.
It's better than
Yeah,
carnival.
good for you guys.
Better than a carnival.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good for you,
Disneyland
dude.
is a destination, and that even something like Six Flags is one in Western Mass. You got to drive like hour and a half. But the thing is about Canobie is that like it's 40 minutes from Boston. You can go after 5 o'clock. They get half off tickets. It's like
I do like that.
it's.
That's like Busch Gardens. That's how
you,
Busch Gardens is.
you
It's-
saying it's a AAA is being very generous. I would
I
say
was like,
it's maybe
it's a good
double
time.
A. But
There's like swing rides, some good roller coasters, flume rides.
Put it up against Busch Gardens. Where is it at?
It's not-
it also has
Busch
a
Gardens rocks.
now
dude. How
world
those
famous.
Montu fucking rocks.
Montu, dude.
Shit is smooth.
It also
Fucking
has a world famous.
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of TikTok, we have a world famous Taylor Swift tribute happening there.
Yeah, so there is a Taylor Swift tribute artist.
She's not dead.
that it doesn't matter. She's so big that she's been getting an audience to come to Canobie Lake Park to watch her perform.
But
at
is it
this.
like just like a?
She's just doing songs.
But it's
You
not
saw it,
her.
right?
I walked by it, but I was literally I had to get out because I had to get to the gig.
Yeah,
So this is like
is that
a
actually Taylor Swift or is that-
impersonator?
No, that's actually Taylor Swift. I think that's.
I don't
that's
know.
A
I think
giddy
that I
up.
think that's the girl.
impersonator.
I think that's the impersonator.
You think?
That's not really Taylor Swift. She looked like Taylor Swift, like from a distance.
Oh, so you could see her. You make.
Yeah,
it
but I mean,
wasn't just,
I'm talking
being
like
played
I was
through
like
a
I was
Bluetooth
looking at her and
speaker.
she was about this big.
Were people psyched?
Well, that was I was standing in line with a ton of people in Taylor Swift tour merch.
Yeah, they were wearing like Eras Tour merch and just being like,
People
"I'm
like
coming
oh,
here
there was
now."
like I didn't know what I was walking into. I was walking into this park and there's like a ton of people wearing Taylor Swift merch, and I'm just like I literally earlier saw a raccoon, a bird, and a squirrel playing music.
Okay,
and I
like
was like,
animatronics?
people were like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift is playing," and I was like, "Is this like a squirrel that plays Taylor Swift songs, like
No,
a
she-
Taylor
Turtle Swift.
Yeah, Turtle Swift.
You know, as you guys were explaining, when this first came up, I was like, "That's whack." But then I just thought about it. Like, if I fucked with an artist so heavy, I would want to go sing with all the homies all the songs.
This is
in a-
what my dad
in a
does. He
crowd.
sees like
Jeff Hart.
Styx and Van Halen. Yeah, like my dad is going to all kinds of tribute shows.
I think it's actually kind of sick.
Like an Oasis tribute band? I could go.
Yeah, if it's done right.
Yeah, if it's sick.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I'm not paying
glorified
$50
karaoke.
for it, but
That's kind of what it is right now anyway with Liam. You're kind of watching that already.
It's like I don't need to see it in
That's
a
why
real
we didn't
venue
go.
if I can bring my own chair. You know?
Yeah, I might
A
be
free
into
gig.
that.
Yeah.
But so there were some girls in line talking about how they had box seats for the real Taylor Swift to some grown man that was
Just
next to them.
stunting on his ass?
They're just talking to him about it. And he was like, "Oh, I went to a Bruins game and box seats," and they were like, "We were at Taylor Swift," and then
shut the
they
fuck
were
up,
here.
idiot.
So they've been to the top. They have had box seats at Taylor Swift, and they're at Canobie Lake.
Yeah.
Seeing Taylor again.
It's like Deadheads.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, but I couldn't stay long because I had to make it to the My Fictions gig. So we break the fuck out, and I'm driving 50 minutes. It was a lot further than I thought.
That's a far drive.
Yeah, I was like, what are we? I was like, oh, we'll go to Boston. We'll do something. Turns out I'm going to a theme park
For
right
those
before
not
the
in
gig.
the know, Brian's band is called My Fictions, and Tharp went to go see them play
I had
this
to go.
weekend.
I had
Let's
to
hear
go
it.
support.
Yeah, support
this
the
is at the
scene.
new Roadrunner venue, which Halfheart played at, which
That's
is
right.
fucking huge. It's like a 3,000 cap place.
Didn't play with Half Heart. Just want to get that on the record, though.
The
Yeah, they
Ghost
did.
of
It's a weak
Halfheart.
part. Yeah.
So yeah, I literally got through security and into the gig right as y'all were playing, and I had to like work my way through the pit. I was like dodging,
Let me in.
going through, and I made it right to the metalhead section where people were
metalhead section.
giving this, and we're like just heckling, yelling shit, head banging. One dude said, "Best set of the night" at the end of it. One guy was.
It's the first set, though, right?
Yeah, no, second set.
Okay.
Second set.
Okay, fair.
I'll take it.
fucking
I posted a video of a man swinging a towel around,
I
just
saw
going
that.
nuts, and there was a pit going. I was like, you can't ask for a better response. Being second up at a gig, like, and everyone's watching you, it was probably like 2,300 people. I don't know, it was a lot.
Yeah, the energy was crazy. Thank you for coming, by the way. It was a long shot, but I'm glad that you were able to, come.
I turned down Taylor's Swiv.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, that is quite a thing. He left that tribute thing to see My Fictions. What
For
a
sure.
fucking homie. I might have stayed at the tribute.
The thing is that
That
as soon
sounds
as I
sick.
heard Canobie Lake Park in the mix, I was like, "There's no way he's coming back. That place rocks. There's no like the fried dough.
Yeah.
The sunset over the lake. You get to go on the little the walking thing. But
Had I not had a 6-year-old and almost 2-year-old with us, I might have gone a little bit longer. But we were petering out. But it took us a little bit longer to get out of the park than I imagined. So
That's
we
a
were,
classic problem at the theme park. It takes like an hour and a half to leave.
Yeah, I
always.
was like, okay, we'll get out at 6, and all of a sudden I'm like getting in the car and it's 6:30, and I'm like, oh boy.
You should know this as a veteran.
true.
As a vet to the game.
You know,
dude.
I would say that the Disney has parking down a little bit better. It's a bit of a mess.
Alan's Adventure doesn't, though. That shit sucks.
No,
Anyway.
it's not.
Anyway,
Theme park adults.
nice. Yeah. Just notes on the gig. I had never played. I think in that room was more people than I had ever played a show to in my entire life combined.
yeah.
So that was a
was
little
crazy.
bit new
Combined.
experience. No, like literally, like every My Fiction show before this, that was not as many people as were at this show.
Yeah.
So that was a new experience for me. I hurt my thumb. I think I sprained it.
Just going buck nasty?
It's not that swollen right now, but if you
I think you just have weird thumbs, bro. That's a
Fuck
weird looking
no,
thumb.
no,
dude.
it's because it's fucked up, bro.
Camera zoom in on that. That's a weird. No, I
Yeah.
think your thumbs are weird, bro.
No, look at the normal ones. So what's beta this?
Are those
Which
two?
one's
Are
normal?
those two toes?
This one, dude. Anyway, my thumb hurts. Working through it. I was wearing a bandage all day yesterday, but there was a shower in the green room. I got to wash
Classic.
off after that. It was
I heard
awesome.
Andy told me that he was in the shower, and I was like, "Is he at home? Like, where did he
go home?
Did he go home? Like, how far away do you guys live?"
Gotta utilize the shower when it's there.
All right, we're gonna get to Twisters in 1 second, but I have one more question. What did you think about my bandana?
Oh, the bandana Brian is a whole
What do
new
you mean you had a
vibe.
bandana?
Check this out.
Like on your head?
Yeah, after I
Like
showered.
prison Mike?
Yeah, he's basically Prison Mike meets like Tim Time Bomb.
All right, I'm working out a new look here.
Did we share it on pod, or
Yeah,
you
we'll,
just share it?
no,
your
we'll
thoughts
share it on pod.
Okay.
It'll be part of the mood board.
You know, I'm a hat guy. Like, listen, like I'm in my 30s. Like, you know, the hair's, you know, the hair's the hair. But I've decided that after I like shower and stuff, what I'll do is I'll pop the bandana on. It's a nice little thing, get my hair flowing. I actually got inspired.
You're being serious. I
If
thought
you-
this was a bit.
It is a bit. It is
It's a serious
don't,
bit.
Don't tell anyone it's a bit. you know Raquel from Vanderpump Rules? I don't think you got to meet her yet.
I
She's a
don't think
character. On her Instagram live after Donald Trump got shot, she was dressed like David Foster Wallace, and she was announcing that like the political violence in this country needed to stop. And I was looking, I was like, that bandana looks fucking sick.
Dude,
so.
DFW in a bandana is a sick.
Yeah.
Is that the vibe that you're
Check it
going
out.
for? Oh shit, that's prison Mike actually.
Yeah.
You got your top buttoned and everything.
what happened
wait,
was-
you're wearing the same
I
fucking
was gonna
shirt.
say it was a different. It was a little bit different of a look. You had a band shirt on. It was was it like a Red Hot Chili Pepper
I was
shirt?
wearing a Pearl Jam shirt.
Pearl Jam.
I bought it last week I spent too much money on it, and that photo I just showed was from me eating a Whopper, so I put the shirt over it so I wouldn't get my nice shirt.
Wow.
I will say that you look very similar to a homie of mine named Mikey Schmidt.
Okay.
I'll show you a picture when
You
we're
mean
done
Prison
here.
Oh,
Mike?
hell yeah.
You have to remind me, but you look exactly like him in that photo.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm rocking a bandana. If you see me, just say like, "Hey man, it looks good." I'll say, "What's up?"
I'll say what's up.
And I'll say, "What's up?"
Anything else before we want to twist up?
Let's
and
twist
shout?
it, dude.
Let's twist and shout.
Shall we?
Yeah, Twisters, 2004 film. Let's try that again, Brian. Twisters, 2024 film, directed by Lee Isaac Chung. Either you guys familiar with the film Minari?
Yes.
I fuck with Minari.
I like Minari a lot.
I have
That is
not
something I
seen
learned
Minari.
today, that this is the same homie. You haven't seen it?
I haven't.
Steve Yeun, baby.
Yeah,
yeah.
I know. I think I had heard so many good things, and I kind of was waiting for the theater experience for that, but it was 2020, so
No,
I was...
yeah, it was like me and Derek rented it. I feel like we paid like $10 to watch
No, it
it.
was 20.
20? Did we pay
It was
20?
an Apple TV
I was like,
20.
I might have paid 20. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only film of his I'm even familiar with. There's a few others early on here, but doesn't seem
Minari's
like...
so good, but also, where the fuck? How did this happen?
I was
How
like,
did the
a
guy who
completely
did
different
Minari
vibe.
make
Yeah, I was like,
Twisters?
Well, we have an interesting bridge here is that he directed an episode of The Mandalorian.
yeah. I
Episode
mean, I
19.
kind
I
of
don't know,
see
is that
it.
a bridge?
But it's
So
just
that
like,
is weird as well.
I was like, it's like Lucas Steven Spielberg Connect or something there.
I don't know. It's crazy. I did read that this guy is from Arkansas.
Okay.
So he's of, I don't know, is Arkansas and Oklahoma is the same place basically in my head.
Do you think that
I
he
mean,
directed the episode of The Mandalorian with Lizzo and Jack Black?
The energy, the
I
energy's
didn't
right
know
for
that
that.
existed, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Is this pre-canceled Lizzo?
Yes. And
Yeah.
pre-canceled Jack
Ours-
Black.
Well, Jack Black
Wait.
dodged that bullet.
What do you
He
mean?
didn't.
You
You didn't
know
hear
about
about
this?
Tenacious D?
Tenacious D's
Kyle
done, dude.
saying a joke about how Trump should have been shot, and they were in Australia, and then they've had now. Tenacious D is now dead.
No way.
He made a joke on stage.
Respect to
Jack
Kyle.
Black, you can see him reacting in the video in real time, acknowledging that it was funny.
Because it is funny. That is
yeah.
funny to say.
It was
And
it was a funny thing
It's
to
a
say.
joke. They're a joke band.
But Jack Black is Bowser, so he was
Yeah.
not trying to fuck with his bag like that. So he denounced it, and Tenacious D is done. Free
Yeah.
Kyle Gass.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Conservatives in
So he
Australia
fucking
were the
flipped
ones
on
who.
his homie like that
He
because
did.
of that?
Yeah, and also I don't know where this stands, but
Damn, fuck you, Jack
a
Black, you
few,
dickhead.
literally like days before this, Drew Holiday accepted the Tenacious D award from the band for the best defense.
What the fuck are you
Wow,
talking
this
about?
is insane.
Yeah.
What?
This happened like literally days before, and this is a vlog. Oh god.
What the hell is this? I don't understand. Why do they have a defense award? Tenacious defense.
Yeah, exactly. See.
Nice.
So anyway,
I think that if Kyle goes to recovery,
for being funny.
for jokes.
Was it like clearly a bit that he was doing, or did he say it like?
I think he was just
I'm
saying.
gonna
Like,
be
he was
edgy.
like, he was like, they were literally on stage.
They were
and
on
were
stage. There was
yeah.
a robot on stage giving Kyle Gass a cake, and then he asked him what his wish was, and he was like, for the next one not to miss or something like
Yeah.
that.
That's hilarious. Good for him.
But
Well,
I think Trump would be like, fuck you.
Well, guess
You know,
what?
He would just roll that off.
and I can't wait for in 2 weeks when I denounce this.
yeah. I was like the only
As
face.
Bowser.
Yeah.
Fellavision's
Brian
over,
Bowser.
so Brian can be Baby Bowser in the next in the next movie. Twisters, 2024. This is a. I don't even know what you would call it. What would you guys call this, Chris? Is this a reboot? Is this a sequel? Is this a spiritual sequel?
There's some term for this that I
I
already
do
forgot.
think that it is a sequel because Dorothy is in it, so it
I remember it.
It says like that this is a movie that exists in the same universe.
Okay.
And I
Who's
think
Dorothy?
Dorothy is the machine that lets out the little things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So the machine is in like the very first beginning, and I was like, okay, so Helen Hunt is probably her teacher or
There
something
are
like that.
also
but
tornadoes.
So
There also are
the
tornadoes.
term for this kind of movie is legasequel.
Legasequel.
Like a sequel. I like that. That sucks.
I heard about this online.
But what's another Legasequel?
I don't know. Alien.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alien. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
that's a good one.
That type of shit. Those
all tell
reboots.
different
Yeah.
parts of the
Reboots
story.
or legacy
though.
sequels, I don't really know the difference, to be honest with you. But it's not
Well,
a full reboot because it's like
Yeah,
Exactly, it tells a different story. It's like a
but
different-
Ghostbusters, like they're kind of like reboots,
Legasequel.
but like they have like, original characters and stuff. I was like, I don't think that anyone is in it beyond the machine and Earth.
Well, yeah,
tornadoes.
yeah, because
Yeah, I guess you're right.
If anyone from the original movie showed up, you would like it would just derail everything going on in this movie.
I don't know. I really wanted
Yeah.
Helen Hunt or the wife that Bill Paxton didn't marry.
You actually
I wanted her to be
you
in
hit
it.
the nail on the head with it. Could have just been the professor.
Yeah, it was like just Helen Hunt, because like Helen Hunt made the machine. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
do
now
we-
she teaches at a thing. Like I don't know.
We can get into this after Spill the Beans, but I'm not really sure this movie needed 15 minutes of like going back to the university to get the fucking
I just
lesson on
needed
how
a
to
phone
beat the tornado.
call.
Yeah.
I just needed a nod.
I don't need anything. All right.
I want some fan service.
What's your guys' relationship with 1996 Twister?
I don't want to call myself an apologist because I'm actually just a fan of it. I love Twister. I've seen it probably like 10 times.
Really?
At least. I've watched it a lot. I watched it once during COVID.
Okay.
I've seen it. I watch it every few years. It's like when it came on streaming, I was like, hell yes. I was like, let's see this shit in HD and it rocks.
I haven't seen it since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I remember fucking with it as a kid. I mean, what was I, like 11 or something? I don't remember how old I was at that time. What was that, 96?
Yep.
How old am I? I don't fucking know. Somewhere around there.
Under 10.
Yeah, I was under 10 for sure. I was 8. That's the number.
But I mean, you're probably watching it on like VHS.
But then I watched it again, numerous times. I like it. I like the cast more than I like the movie.
The cast is incredible.
Yeah.
Well, I like the vibe, but the vibe is like what a film set on the road kind of is like it's cases and like doing shit and there are problems. So it's like it kind of feels like a filmmaker kind of movie. So it kind of like spoke to that side.
That's
of me.
interesting.
I mean,
think
like once I
that's-
got into filmmaking, I saw that what I liked about filmmaking and what I like about Twister are kind of like the same shit, like gear and
All right.
chasing shit.
That is my favorite part of the movie, but I watched it a couple weeks ago, and then I paid for it, and then it went to streaming. Like
Oh, yeah,
maybe
you're
a week
talking about
later.
that. Yeah,
I
it was
got
crazy.
pissed
Should have
about
gotten
that.
that done earlier.
But I did watch the first half of it today on the Stairmaster. I'm in the same way. I'm in the same place as you, where like this movie, I remember when it was coming out and sort of being very. I was very into it. I don't think I saw it because I was 6 years old.
Yeah. You're
but-
just like, this is sick.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
be
like the
like,
idea of
fuck
this
yeah,
movie
dude.
rocks.
I mean, weather is one of those first things you
Yeah.
like start to realize as a child. Like when shit's different, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, thunderstorm, that's scary. Like
I literally spent last night looking out the window because there are really big windows in Tiverton, and the lightning was crazy, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was just
nostalgic.
raining hard, and there was lightning.
Yeah, dude,
and I was
that-
like,
that does
And
look
I was
sick.
like, I have Netflix behind me, and I'm like watching out the window.
This was like the
Yeah.
first movie where they're like, weather's sick. People love weather. Let's
Yeah.
make movies about
Yeah.
weather.
Yeah.
I
This was number
actually,
one.
my response is I don't really care for this movie.
Wait, the
original.
The
The
original.
original.
Wow.
I got a little thing written down here, and this is Spill the Beans Jr. about a different movie that isn't the one we're talking about today. But
Okay, what about the scene, the drive-in theater scene?
driving theater scene is
What about
awesome.
the cow scene?
It's
dude?
so fucking sick. They have The
I felt bad for
Shining
the cow.
playing.
I feel bad for the cow too.
And then they're tearing through the screen and they're like, here's
just-
Johnny bit. Like that shit. Like, I don't know. There are just so many good scenes in that movie that I like.
I just hate Bill Paxton in the movie. He's a neurotic dickhead, and he literally breaks it off with Helen Hunt to become a weatherman, and then just leaves. Doesn't really give any context to that. Comes back with a different woman who's agreed to marry him, and then
City
he's just
slicker.
doing this like crazy like fake smile. He's being like an asshole to everyone around him for some reason.
Couldn't be me.
And all the meanwhile, this new woman that he's brought into this equation just to like, she's like just trying to help people with their job. And meanwhile, like Philip Seymour Hoffman is just like whispering in her ear about the suck zone.
Hell yeah.
And like, listen, like Philip Seymour Hoffman, fucking awesome,
rocks,
great character.
Bring me to
but
the
like,
suck zone. I would suck him.
yeah, I just
Rest in
I don't
peace.
fuck with Bill Paxton's character in this movie, and like it just rubbed me the wrong way. I'm like, you're about to marry this woman. You couldn't divorce the first one, and now you're gonna end up with the first one. The second wife did not deserve what happened to her in this movie, and that just rubs me the wrong way about
All right,
it.
respect.
But looking at wind spinning real fast. That fucking rules.
That does rock, yeah.
I was like, there's a scene where there's like the aunt who makes the barbecue and like the food and shit like that, and there's just like a wind chime and it turns a little bit and it goes like ominous music, and I'm like, hell yeah, this is a fucking scene. Like where like wind chimes, you're like, oh no.
The classic wind chime, because you want to know why? There's a fucking twister about to rip up.
It's about to rip this
and it's blowing
shit
that
apart.
chime.
She walks outside, and then her house toppled dead.
Of course.
So
Tragic.
this is somewhat related to the original Twister before we get into Twisters, but talking about the weather, how scary it used to be, how it's the first thing you realize. I wanted to talk about what are some other things you remember from your childhood being really scary, like just breaking
Outside
out.
weather?
No, it can include weather, but I'm thinking I was very intimidated by the concept of twisters and tornadoes, but they didn't end up really impacting me in my life. What are some other examples of things like that you can think of? Because I feel like a twister is like if you're outside Oklahoma, it's something that you can pretty much avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with the wacky one first.
The wacky one.
Yeah, quicksand. You know,
Yes.
who the
Yeah, of
fuck
course.
thought
Everyone
that?
thought-
Yeah, everyone thought. Like, I literally would think about like how I would lay, and I would be the one to survive the quicksand because I know that if you
just can't
move
struggle.
around too much, you're going in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done your research.
I've watched enough like shitty television shows from like the '60s on like Nick at Night where like the cast is stuck in like
Johnny Quest.
Where's
Yeah.
the closest place to downtown Fidei that you could find quicksand in the world?
I feel like quicksand's probably more prevalent than you think, dude.
It is not.
No.
There's
How does
not.
quicksand work,
However,
really?
This is what I'm
just
talking about. This
mud?
is the
Do you-
shit that you were
yeah,
like.
do you remember? Did you ever go to a rope swing in Orlando? Like there was like Econo-Lakahatchee rope swing. Like
No.
So basically, you walk along this little path, and there's like a rope swing, and the people would cut it down all the time, but you'd go there and you had to like work your way through the thing. One time I went there and you had to like you would hop from board to board, like people just leave out wood and you would jump to it. And
Why? Because there's quicksand underneath?
Cause
Hypothetical?
there's quick mud.
That's
Because
what quicksand is.
but I was
Yeah,
like,
it's the same
I one time slipped off the thing and it went all the way up to my waist, and I fucking lost a flip flop.
Wait, hold on. So this is not wacky. That happened to
So
you.
it happened
dude.
to you.
You've been quicksanded.
Yeah,
Your fear
but I was like,
rational.
I thought
Okay, that doesn't count.
yeah, but I thought it was gonna
got
be
it.
more prevalent, and it did happen to me though.
there you go.
yeah.
Yeah. You think as an adult you're going to run into a lot of Temple of Doom situations? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that was like literally I was jumping
replacing
board
trophies.
to board, and I fell in a little bit of quicksand.
Mine is shark attacks. I
Yeah.
thought for sure I was getting eaten by a shark.
I mean,
Anytime went in the
I
ocean.
literally lived in the shark bite capital of the world.
Yeah. I mean that. Well, see that. So I guess it's not.
You're
wacky.
from the lightning strike capital of the world.
Yeah, and I lived in Hawaii. A lot of sharks.
Big-ass sharks,
A lot of
too.
sharks popping off out there.
Honestly, the
biting fools.
water in Hawaii much scarier than sharks. Like I feel like
All type of
fucking big
different-
ass
yeah, you
waves
get
and shit like
knocked out
that.
by a wave.
Rocks going.
Anytime there's a shark.
Derek's fiance's
Oh,
mom getting her
yeah.
leg broken. After I literally wrote them a note. So Derek and his fiance and their family went to Hawaii, and I wrote this long thing about
Look
things
out
they
for the
should do.
sharks.
And I wrote like, hey, when you get to the North Shore, don't go in the water. It might look enticing, but it's got very strong currents and very big waves.
Yeah.
Don't go in. Literally in like red bold. And they went in, and her mom
She didn't
broke
even
her
go
leg.
in far from what he said. It was
No,
like
yeah,
it was like less than knee deep, but
It'll get you.
it just got you.
I swam with
Pulls you
turtles
right
in
in.
Hawaii. It was fucking lit.
Dude. At Turtle Bay?
I think so.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a good one. Anytime that there is a shark anywhere on the coast of Massachusetts, it like makes the news.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's there's a lot of shark attack visibility here. Mine's related to that, and I'm going to say that biggest thing I was scared of when I was a child was the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh yeah. Whatever happened to that?
Frightening.
Did that thing like shift or something?
No, I feel like it's there.
Okay, so
But what's going on with the Bermuda Triangle?
I don't know what it is.
solid question.
I just know that like TV shows or like Rocko's Modern Life had a big Bermuda Triangle kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I think that just in my childhood, for some reason, the writers' rooms of things were just like, let's talk about the Bermuda Triangle, Twilight Zone.
I was
all
like,
that
I
shit.
think Ghost Ship is about that, but I could be remembering.
There's
it.
also another show recently about the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I was watching when we were in the UK. It was like 3:00 in the morning, and I couldn't sleep, so I turned on like their version of like Spike TV, just like the closest thing I could find to American
Lad Bible.
television. Exactly, and it was like talking about the Bermuda Triangle, and it awoke me. I was like, yeah, I remember like being really scared
Yeah,
about
that's a
like what
good
was
one.
going to
I
happen.
completely forgot about the Bermuda
'Cause
Triangle.
you fly. The thing is, like,
I
It's
probably,
fine.
I probably
Boat.
fly through it all the time. Now that I think about it, like going to Florida and Daytona Beach, I imagine.
No, it's
how hard does
more
that thing go
south
up?
than that.
More south? Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
what,
it's
what
like
about flying to
above
Miami?
Cuba.
I flew to
I
Miami.
think it's like Puerto Rico. You're in. If you're going to
I
Little St.
have flown
James,
to Puerto Rico.
if you're making
and the DR.
If you're making your monthly trip to Little St. James, you might hit the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
Some fucked up shit.
Tharp's monthly trip. Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's on the logs, folks.
I had Quicksand on here because you weren't at our showing, but Danny, that was his answer to this question.
Oh, interesting.
So you guys shared
Wait,
that.
where was this? Like,
We
where?
went to the
Movie theater?
Oh, interesting.
We went to see it in Dolby, folks. The chairs rumble.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until this movie.
Oh my god.
Kat had a really good one, which was. It was very scary to turn the light on when your parents were driving the car.
Oh yeah.
Because
I always thought that it was
like
illegal.
it's gonna cause a catastrophic
like the
accident.
car's gonna flip over if the
Yeah.
light goes on.
You turn on that light. It
Holy
is.
shit.
It is.
Yeah.
It is
Shout out
dead.
Cat, because that is fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Everyone felt like their parents. Everybody got gaslit by their parents.
My
like,
dad
this will
would
kill
just
you.
fucking flip out.
Yeah,
When
you
I
turn
was-
the light on.
like you make noise, you start turning. It's like, oh, we're gonna crash.
Who invented this? Like, who is the uncle that invented this bit?
I feel like they
Yeah,
all
what
got
the
together.
fuck?
We're like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
hook with the kids and be like, yeah, don't
There
turn
must
the
be
light
an
on.
episode of Matlock or something like there's some classic ass show there they did this and like everyone bought in
fuck
on
our
it.
kids up by telling them they'll die if they
But
turn the light on.
meanwhile, everyone of that age now is like watching fucking like conspiracy like TikToks like at full brightness on their phone as they're driving their F-150.
About the pyramids.
Yeah. I had a few more. It's just the Taliban.
Yo.
Pretty scary.
That's a real one, dude. Back off.
What about Al-Qaeda?
They got some good ideas.
Holy shit, dude.
All I'm saying
I
for-
denounce that.
For a couple of years there, it was pretty like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is
Dude.
scary.
Well, now we're in the World Trade Center, so
Exactly. Look at us now. You can't stop me. And
so
then
watch that.
losing the house. That was also a pretty scary thing as a child.
I mean, still, I feel like
I've done that
yeah,
a
I was
few
gonna
times.
say like
Thanks to
2008,
my
it's happening.
Thanks
you
to my
know?
dad's gambling addiction. That has been a real fear of mine
Bump it
for
in
my
there,
entire
baby.
life.
Cool.
Anyway, moving on. Child trauma.
Moving on. Let's get into twisters.
We're what, like 30 minutes
30
in?
minutes in. Well, listen, we're going along on this one. You're along for the ride. Thank you for being here. We're going to turn to our next segment, Spill the Beans. JP, I want you to tell us about this movie.
The beans. All right, so let me just be clear about this. This is a movie I watched on standby, as in I was watching it, but I wasn't really paying attention.
What were you doing?
So here's what this movie. I was just watching the movie, but it's like a fucking summer blockbuster. I wasn't really locked in. But here we go.
Oh, do you want me to do it?
No, I got this.
I can spill the beans. I got riffs.
Let me give it a run. I got this.
Go.
All right, so this movie is about. Well, it's about this young lad.
Lattice.
This gifted lattice.
The movie kicks off, right, and she's with her crew of straight up homies. They're all a squad. I imagine they go to school together.
It's very. The whole crew is giving wife that dies at the beginning of the movie vibes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No spoilers, but keep going.
It definitely has that vibe.
I was like, man, I really care about all these people really
all these
quickly.
people are so sick. They love each other so much.
Dude, they're such homies.
Anyway,
What could go wrong?
she goofs them and puts them into a bad situation, and they all fucking die. Spoiler. And so the rest of the movie is her being scared as shit of tornadoes. The movie's about them though, so that's a weird little dichotomy situation. And then like one of the homies survives, and now he's like, "Yo, come back to the fold. We're trying to chase more storms. We're gonna save some lives." But actually, that guy works for like some property tycoon who's trying to like buy all the broken ass shit that all these people.
He's trying to get cheap
Yeah.
land.
He's trying to buy their houses after they get fucked up. And so she's like, fuck you, I'm going to chill with this cowboy who happens to be Glen Powell, the fucking number
Cowboy
one guy.
Except
in the
for,
world.
I don't really like him at first.
Yeah, that guy sucks. He's such a fucking loser. He's a YouTuber. Dumbass.
Yeah.
That's her vibe at first, but turns out he's sick as fuck, and you can't run away from him because he's going to come to your mom's house out of nowhere for some
Yeah,
reason.
he's gonna hear about your your story in the news, and then they're
From
going
years ago.
Yeah, from years ago. Track down that news story, and then know where you live.
And then he's going to come to your mom's house, and then
Yeah.
you're going to be in love. And so
Yeah.
the movie's about how they fall in love, but also this movie's about how you can kill tornadoes because apparently you can do that. First one they did it, apparently that they forgot how that worked. In the first one, they're like, oh, you got like a 15-minute warning system or whatever now.
Yeah.
But in this one, they're like, no, we're going to collapse tornadoes. So then now the rest of the movie is about them trying to collapse a big-ass tornado.
Yeah.
That's the beans.
This movie's all about. That was a great job.
Thank you.
This movie's all about your response to trauma. You know what I mean? You have a bad situation, and there are two things you could do. You could move to Bed-Stuy and become a girl boss at the weather,
Which she did.
which you did, or you can join the military and then get a military contract to to perfect landlord science.
Kind of fire.
Yeah.
Kind of more fire.
That's what the other guy did.
Yeah,
kind of more fire to do that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Landlord science.
Yeah.
That is some
landlord science. That's crazy.
Here's another question for you guys, and we can tap in. Is Glen Powell's character really popping as a YouTuber if he can't even get to 1 million subscribers?
Yeah, legit. What the fuck? They couldn't give him a bigger number?
Niche is hard,
I think they fucked that up.
He's not a Jake Paul.
If there's like a charismatic storm chaser on the internet, you're getting more than 1 mil.
There are charismatic storm chasers on the internet.
I don't think there are. I don't think
Type
there's a
in
Glen
tornado
Powell.
chaser right now.
Yeah, storm chasers on YouTube.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
But I think the new algo
Can you
right
look
now.
up how many followers that backyard brawl thing has?
What is backyard brawl?
I don't know. What's it called? Street Beefs. Street Beefs. Can you look up how many followers? If Street Beefs has more than 1 million, they really fucked this up. Look up Street Beefs. Shout out Street Beefs. We're gonna get on that.
3.9.
Oh,
wow.
4 mil.
See, if Street Beefs can get 4 mil, then fucking this guy would have had more than 1 mil. So they really fucked that up.
Yeah, but that's
Mr.
old
Beast has
YouTube.
like a fucking
This is
billion.
new YouTube. The algorithm has changed.
This is not old YouTube. This is
I'm
brand
not talking
new
about
YouTube.
No, I'm talking about the movies. New YouTube. The algorithm has changed. It's harder to get to 1 million these
I would have
days.
killed for a deleted scene where Glen Powell is in the Mr. Beast 50 YouTubers competition where he's trying to cook something with fucking Valkyrie. Or
He's like, yeah!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were acting like they were
Moist
successful.
critical.
Though.
Yeah.
Moist critical and Glen Powell.
He's one of the YouTubers that no one knows, and they keep forgetting his name.
KSI threatens him to a boxing match.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be a sick fight.
They really
KSI
should have had
Glen
Mr.
Powell?
Beast in the movie. That would have been
Kai
sick.
Cenat in the U-Haul trailer in
Hell yeah.
Oklahoma.
Phantom.
Yeah, why would they have the
Shout out
British guy
MP.
in there? They should have had like just another YouTuber in the back seat.
Sidemen, the whole Sidemen and Beta Squad. Beta Squad's chasing a fucking tornado. They're on featuring Beta Squad, the Glen Powell. What's his name in the movie?
What?
No
What's his
idea.
name? What's the guy's
Glen
name?
Powell. Like, what is
What's
his
his
name?
What?
What?
What's the character's name? What's
You
his
expect
name?
me to know that? They never
He's
said
Glen
it.
Powell, dude.
Yeah.
Listen, go
Glen
back to
Powell.
our Hitman episode if you want to hear us
Yeah.
talk about Glen Powell for a while.
I wish
but
that he was a bunch of different characters. in
Tyler
this.
Owens.
Tyler Owens. Kind of a sick
I was actually
name.
gonna say Tyler. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. First reactions. What'd you think?
I didn't really like it.
Okay.
Really?
I was going in thinking that it was gonna be fine, and there was just like too many schmaltzy kind of like scenes that were like.
It's Twister. That's what
I
happens
know,
in Twister.
but I thought it was
Valid.
gonna be better. Like
It is better.
it's not.
Than
I like.
Twister?
I like the OG better.
This is better than Twister.
I'm with JP on this one. I think this both are 2.5-star movies to me, and this one it elevates all of the crazy action weather stuff to a point that I was more
CGI is
engaged
better.
with it. And I also think that just not having Bill Paxton's fucking neurotic dumbass in my face all the time with him screaming at every woman
I'm
on
a Bill Paxton apologist.
Yeah, he's just screaming at every woman in his sights, being like, "I'm not angry." Switching that with Glen Powell's unending charisma. Really
Yeah, no, I
worked
was like,
for me.
I did like
kill
Glenn. I was like, the ragtag guys. I was like, the nerd squad sucks. Like,
Yeah,
the,
they're
the-
fucking
yeah, I
losers.
was like,
By the way, his squad, the ragtag crew, one of the dudes from TV on the radio is in that.
oh yeah, is that the
The
black
scientist?
guy?
Yeah.
he rocked. I was like,
yeah.
I need more.
TV
I
on the
need more
radio.
scientist guy. I was like, he was so fucking cool.
Yeah, dude, the guy from TV on the radio is in that fucking thing.
That's cool.
Hilarious.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I thought this movie rocked. I thought it was really good. I thought it was like a perfect summer blockbuster. Like, I don't ever need to see it again. I probably
say, I was
will.
like,
but
I'm glad I saw it, but I don't
But it was
plan on
fun.
revisiting.
It was super fun. Nice. There was some thrill involved. Seats were shaking in Dolby. People were sleeping next to me, and they got woken up by a shaking seat. So
That rocks.
I literally almost went and saw this at 4D.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
That
I
would've
was
been ideal.
Going back and forth because I literally saw some videos of people it's like Minions. Like people are like Universal style. Like they're literally getting hit with water and shit like that. And I was like,
that
this
is
might be
cool.
the movie for it.
Yeah.
Still might go back. Maybe if I do see it,
Let's
it'll be
go.
in 4D.
I'll
Maybe
go
I'll
with
go.
you.
I'm out. Go.
What other movies could we see in 4D that would be better than this? Because I saw Fast 9 in 4D.
Well, Minions is still out.
Minions in 4D would be tight.
Despicable Me 4.
I need
yeah.
to read a review. There has to be like a thing coming out. Like I mean,
Do they
Wolverine.
do smell vision in
Yeah, they do
4DX?
smell.
Okay, I like that.
So that's why I was like, I want to smell bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smell-O-Vision, our other podcast about fragrances.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
The Simpsons ride in Universal used to be
Oh, yeah. Back to the Future, yeah.
But now they do baby powder.
Yeah, that's a weird smell.
That's a smell that you get in that one. Wonder what they do in 40X.
They were like, "What can we do?" It's like, I don't know, big baby powder.
Yeah,
I'm
Lisa.
like,
I don't know.
Sure.
No, what's the baby's name in Simpsons? What the fuck?
Baby Maggie.
Maggie. Yeah, that's when Maggie comes up to get
Baby Simpson.
Nice. I did think that, like, we're talking about legasequels and stuff. One thing, when I was on the Stairmaster today, realizing that beat by beat, this is pretty much the same movie, from down to, like, the main character having, like, special weather powers to be able to...
Yeah, definitely. It's like a reboot, but not a reboot.
For sure. But, like, even the scene that you're talking about...
I guess it is kind of like the new Star Wars, where it's just like, okay, let's flip it around a little bit and let's hit the same beats.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the drive-in scene is the rodeo scene. You know what I mean?
No, but also they had a screen where they had the movie scene where they were like watching Frankenstein, and then the movie theater screen rips out, and then you're looking at a tornado. So you're watching a movie, watching a tornado, and I was like, that scene kind of rocked, but not as good as the original scene.
Yeah. I do think that they went with Frankenstein because it's probably like public domain. They had to pay for the
Yeah,
Shiner.
no, that part felt a little cheap to me. I was like, I wish they had gone with something.
What movie would you want them to be watching?
I was like, 2001: A Space Odyssey. Just throw another Kubrick movie. Put Barry Lyndon up there.
If it had to be, so it's like happening in today's world, right? What movie is it like that just came out that they're doing? Long Legs?
Minions.
Just make a movie for it.
Actually, Long Legs would be pretty good.
Long Legs would be good.
I don't know, like maybe it could be like Insidious or something like that. Like some sort of like horror movie that's good. Oh, they should have been Hereditary.
No, I like The Departed.
Yeah, but I was like, I wonder what Amblin has done recently, because I was like, oh, this is A24 and shit. So
I will say that, like, the one thing missing from this movie was, like, the collateral damage of people dying was just like they get sucked away and they're gone.
We killed people like at the beginning. I was like,
a lot of deaths. But I want more gore. Like, give me like somebody getting whacked in the head with something in their head.
It was a little bit fun. Well, she did get the leg cut, but it was like not enough. Like the stepping on the nail in what is that movie? The Quiet Place is one of the most traumatic things that's ever happened to me in a movie, and it's just stepping on a nail.
Yeah, give me some shit like that.
But that's all it would take is like literally a person getting hit by a board that has a rusty nail in it. I'd be like, oh.
Tornado's not really a gory death though. You kind of just fly up and fly.
No, but if
a boar with a nail came through,
a boar with a nail comes and they hit somebody, I would be like losing my mind.
Boar with a nail. That's all I'm saying.
I see the vision. Do you guys fuck with the fire tornado?
Fire tornado was fucking
not
awesome.
enough. Yeah, not enough. I was like, what if it was going and like burned the field?
More shit needed to happen. That's right.
I also wanted the baby powder, the baby gel, whatever thing, the diaper shit that they had.
What?
I'm lost.
Okay, the powder that they had in those barrels was the same shit that was in diapers, the absorbent shit. I wanted that shit to go wrong, like she did that, and I was like, that's a terrible idea. Now there's diaper shit all over everywhere.
Now there's microplastics in there.
Everywhere. And we've ruined a lake. I wanted like there to be like some sort of thing where she has to like figure out how to like clean off ducks.
Diapers were used.
No,
it's a poop tornado. Shitnado, dude. Yeah, I guess they already did kind of elevate the horror tornado genre with Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharknado.
I wonder how much of that like absorbent shit is like junk science, or if there's like real credence to any of that.
I would say the other way to go would be the making water hit it. Like
I feel like you can't do that anymore in movies, though. I feel like you can't be completely bogus.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson has like a fucking
Martian changed that shit.
Yeah, I was like, NPR would have been all over this movie if they had been like, accurate. Like, actually, this.
I don't think it's super, but I bet you there's some truth.
There's nothing to it.
I feel like you can't go crazy on the bunk science anymore.
Yeah. Well, first reactions. How would you destroy a tornado?
I would simply put a fucking big ass fan on that sucker. Easy, dumbass.
I thought you were going to say what you said when we walked down the movie, which was I just wouldn't live there.
Yeah, I simply wouldn't live in fucking Oklahoma.
Live in the
First of all, why? Even if there were not a single tornado in Oklahoma, I would never live in Oklahoma. Sorry, y'all. What the fuck?
I believe it's called the O.
The O. Damn, actually, I'm back. OKC, dude.
Welcome to the O, my bright-skinned twin.
I will say, you know what? Sidebar. I know we've sidebarred a lot, but here's my story of Oklahoma. I've only been to Oklahoma one time. It was with Straight from the Path and Backtrack on tour, and the entire venue, it was in Oklahoma City, fought the tour package. It was insane.
What'd you do?
It's a long story that I'll make short, but basically, one of the dudes in Straight from the Past, shout out to y'all, got into some beef with one of the security guards who was being a dick, mind you, like not letting him into the like bar area because he didn't have the right wristband on or something. And the dude was like being a prick about it. He knew that he was in the band, but like wanted to be like stunt on his ass. So they got into an argument. And then Drew came out and told all of us that it happened, and like his friends overheard him telling us, and they like freaked out. So then it turned into this huge battle. where like quite literally the entire crowd is fighting like 5 bands except for me and Andrew, who are sitting in the RV van watching Ratatouille, eating microwavable Indian food, and people are just like slamming into the van and just like feel it like shaking, and we're just like trying to eat with the window, like cracked window open, like watching.
Remy, you're crazy, bro.
Yeah. So there was a tornado of fucking fists in Oklahoma last time.
Honestly, Ratatouille would have been another good movie for the theater to have playing.
Ratatouille would have been a solid one. Well, it was. There was a tornado outside, and we were watching Ratatouille. So anyway, that's my Oklahoma story. Fuck Oklahoma.
How would you fuck up a tornado, dude?
I mean, they have those things that they're trying out in like Dubai to make it rain right now. Those planes.
That's what I'm saying. They can control the weather already, dude.
I was like, you just force it to be rainier, and then the tornado just drowns in its own water.
I mean, they're controlling out there in Washington, dude. You don't know about this, dude?
Yeah.
We got the fucking
government's controlling this shit. You
dude.
fly over it with like all
type of rain. Yeah, chemtrails.
You chemtrail it.
You just simply chemtrail the fucking tornado.
But like you just like hit it with some water.
Here's what I'm thinking. You make a tornado that's going the other way.
That's what I just said. Yeah,
cancel each other out. Yeah.
Put a fucking fan on that sucker, spin that the other way.
Twins.
Oh no, twins, but they're bad at each other.
Evil twins.
They just start spinning at each other.
Evil twins.
What are those toys? BattleBot, not the
Beyblades. Let it rip.
Beyblades.
Yeah, it's a Beyblade situation.
Beyblade,
the fucking tornado. Obviously.
See, there we go. We did it. Fucking
Sick.
Twisters 3.
Or a huge vacuum.
Okay,
Dude.
Twisters 3.
Yes.
Suck that sucker right
Suck
up.
that sucker.
Suck zone.
Dude, the
Suck zone.
Put the
actually,
fucker in the suck zone.
guess what? Suck Zone. That's the name of the next Twister movie. The sequel to this, Suck Zone.
Yeah,
Welcome to the
Twisters
suck
3,
zone.
the suck zone.
Yeah.
Any other ways that you would fix this movie?
I would put more Glen Powell, less whoever the fuck that girl was.
I didn't really rock
How
with
did you
her.
guys?
The story should have been his story, not hers.
How do you guys feel about him drilling into the airport parking lot?
Just to like go say what's up to her.
Don't take my car, and then they didn't kiss, did they?
Like, for sure
your
your car's still getting towed.
Like, I was like, when they didn't kiss and the thing hit, I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Wait, did they even kiss in the movie period?
No.
That's something to do with, like, I don't know, movies in 2024. I've talked about this on this very podcast, but
Here comes the woke mob.
No, the horniness is gone.
Yeah, dude, the woke mob killed horniness.
We had challengers. I needed challengers with tornadoes.
That would have been fucking sick.
Like,
Exactly.
kind of
did have that in Challengers.
Glen Powell and TV on the Radio guy fucking going tongue for tongue.
Yeah, dude.
With Daisy, you know,
Helen Hunt's
Then we
daughter
go-
or whatever the fuck she is.
Exactly, yeah. Helen Hunt shows up. She can still get it. Whatever.
She can definitely still get it. Yeah.
She can still get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn, that would have been sick. But I was like, this movie is fucking. I like that there's that comedian guy there that was.
Who the fuck? Oh,
Paul Scheer? You
Paul
know
Scheer,
about?
yeah.
Paul Scheer
was great. He literally stole the show. I was like, what a great scene. And then that happened. I was like, oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very stupid. Like, legitimately, what do you expect? Like, let's go. I know it's not logic based here, but like,
Yeah, I know. But
what
like,
happens next, dickhead? They're still gonna tow your dumbass car. They're just gonna have to get it out of the ground first, I guess.
Yeah, I was just like,
And
now
then
you have to
charge
pay
you
for
that?
it. Yeah, like, I was like, this
Idiot.
is stupid. I was like, he better not make
Dude,
it
he's
through TSA.
loaded. He has 1 million
If he made it
followers
through
on
TSA, I
YouTube.
would have been like, this movie's too insane.
He's selling T-shirts like a
Made it through
motherfucker.
TSA.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Also,
buys a
in
ticket.
2024, you can get like there's no Twisters 3 the suck zone because Glen Powell's character is like in prison for doing some fuck shit in an airport.
Yeah,
but
that's
now
like federal
they're-
territory, brother. You're
Yeah,
going
you
down.
can't do that shit.
Instead of getting rid of
That's an act of
tornadoes,
terrorism.
they're creating tornadoes, and they're using the tornadoes to break them out of jail.
Yeah.
Dude, yes, he's in
Yeah,
Azkaban.
yeah. And then they're just like, you know,
Dementors
fuck it
flying
up.
Dude,
And they're just
Dementors
tearing
are
out.
basically mini tornadoes.
Who's the most likely domestic terrorist from this movie?
mean, Glen
I think
Powell
it's
is right
the landlord guy. Has to be. He wants more tornadoes so he can buy more houses.
Javi, Anthony Ramos.
his
the
investor.
old
okay,
Daddy
okay.
Warbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the very like
He
hilarious.
was like, I'm a villain. I am so bad. I have no redeeming qualities.
Yeah, that was so good.
I think it's Brandon Perea, the guy who screams twins in the trailer.
That guy fucking kicks
That guy,
ass.
that guy rocks. It's like, I want to be friends
That's
with
his
him.
name. What's he
Yeah.
about, dude?
He's in the movie Nope.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. I think he's actually homies with a friend with the boy Al Hen. I think that.
Oh,
they
yeah?
know each other.
Hell
Yeah.
That's Squad.
So shout out to him.
So we'll get him
It's
on the pod.
network. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, dude, get him on the pod. He's obviously gonna come on and talk about American insurrection. What's that about?
But I think they're boys. But he was cool in Nope. But he's got either him or
He was in the OA.
He was in the OA. The Butch Cowgirl character.
She kind of came out of nowhere. It's like she kind of like had like
know
a
who that
like
is.
she made like a like I don't know. She kind of stole a scene for a little bit.
Butch Cowgirl.
It was like a lesbian cowgirl. Not that.
it wasn't her.
It wasn't Drum Girl. It was the other one.
Oh, she like worked with she was part of the ragtag crew.
Yeah, she was in the ragtag crew.
crew.
I can't find her.
Yeah,
but...
and then she had something where she kind of like was yelling about something.
Oh shit! It's Katie O'Brien from fucking Love Lies Bleeding.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh
well,
shit!
I did
Hell
not
yeah,
recognize
dude. She's
her.
definitely a domestic terrorist. She fucking rocks. Hell yeah!
Definitely. Yeah, let's
She's an actress and
stamp
martial
that
artist.
on her Wikipedia. Go ahead.
Dude, she
edit.
must have been wearing sleeves in this movie. I would have fucking recognized her if I'd seen the biceps. God damn.
Them fucking guns.
Dog, that movie rocked.
Can I just, speaking of Cowboys, I got to take.
Yeah, we're going. We're kind of free with here. Go for it.
Yeah.
Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
I will say this, and this is, if y'all don't agree, you're racist. Start there. Cowboy Drip looks so much better on Mexican dudes than it does white dudes. That's a fact, right?
You're talking about like the full get up.
Dressing like a cowboy does not look, it looks corny on white dudes, looks fire on Mexican dudes.
It looks better on Mexican dudes. I'll say that.
Fire.
Damn it. Yeah.
Dude.
No, I'm just saying, like, my fucking ow.
Oh boy, he can't turn down a jab.
Toe thumb.
I forgot about this. I hurt my
right.
at the show. I hurt my thumb, and I went to the merch table when people were like trying to say, like, "Hey man, it's cool, whatever." And every time they did it, I got so excited, and I would go like this. And the second my hand got back here, I was like, "This is gonna hurt so bad, but I gotta do it."
Gotta dap up, dude.
But then I finally saw the homie. He was like, "Yo, what's up?" And I went lefty, and he's like, "Yo, I'm left-handed." That was amazing.
Damn, hell yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Lefty dap. Try it out sometimes, folks.
Are you fucking with? You don't fuck with cowboy gear. Period. Is what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying I think that like. I don't know if you're a fucking rodeo cowboy. If you have a fucking farm,
White
like
dudes wearing cowboy shit
Harrison
sucks.
Ford looks awesome when he's like fucking throwing hay and shit like that.
Well, I don't know if you noticed this about me. I've been wearing more Western shirts.
This guy is very into
I'm not
Western wear.
I'm not trying to ride on you, by the way.
No,
I'm just saying.
see,
if I did it,
buddy,
I would look cooler. Is what I'm
Buddy,
trying to say.
I live in
Yeah.
I live in Bushwick, buddy. You don't gotta tell me anything, about that. But when I see on like the train, if I see like a couple Latino gentlemen like pulling up to like a function, like when they wear like the bedazzled
And like the Western gear?
I live by a
Western shirts.
mariachi house.
Yes.
And they come out in their gear. They look fucking awesome.
Okay,
And also
so
in their,
we're on
and
the
their,
same
and
page.
their,
Same
and their
page.
daily drip, they are a little bit like
So
westerned
we're
out.
on the same page.
I'm just saying that-
White dude's doing it, corny.
Yeah.
Mexican dude's doing it, fire.
I don't know. Harrison Ford can do it.
No, he can't. Actually, you have to. If you have a chiseled jaw as a white man, you
Yeah.
can do anything you want.
Yeah.
But
Any other woke opinions you have about
that's not
thing-
woke.
I don't know. Do you said white people
Yeah,
can't?
I said
do
white,
that
white
you
people
would be
can't do their
racist.
own.
I
The
did say
only
you'd be
style that
racist.
they originated, they
That
can't
is
even
woke.
have.
You know what that is woke? I'm woke as fuck, dude.
You're trying to
Mexican
take.
dudes
You're trying to
wearing
take
Western
Western
shit.
wear
I'm an
from white people now.
The whites are. It's been taken away for a long time. You
It's
just
been
didn't know
taken
it.
away, dog.
You didn't know it.
Yeah.
But that shit is not.
and
theirs no more,
Beyonce
dude.
is now a Western wear.
Exactly,
kinda,
Jacquees.
She looks awesome in it.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That shit's over for you whites.
Yeah.
I'm getting a cowboy hat.
I would probably look better in like a t-shirt with Tweety Bird on it.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, like airbrushed.
Not a bad idea.
I mean-
we were talking about the smiley face Forrest Gump shirt. Maybe you get one of those.
Brian's not far from a Western belt soon. He's gonna have a metal tab on. That
I mean,
thing.
with the bandana,
he's got the bandana.
Yeah.
you know.
I'm workshopping
This guy's
some
getting
new
ready.
things
This
for,
guy's moving out of the actual city.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet.
We'll save
We're
that
not,
for.
we're not hard launching the move.
We'll save that for when the time's coming. Like I said, folks, we're under construction here. We got a lot of things
Yeah,
going
a lot
on.
of things
A
are changing.
lot of change.
Yeah. Okay. I think that this conversation is kind of reflective where we're at with Twister. It's kind of like it's in the ether. There's a lot of. It seems like people are. Maybe not in on this movie, but it made a lot of money. I think people just like want to go to the movies and.
I
It's
think
a fun movie to see.
It is fun.
Yeah, we like a disaster movie. It looks cool. The plot was so easy to remember that even I could have spilled the beans this week. You know what I mean? You're very good at like remembering plot points. I'm just watching a movie trying not to like forget what's happening.
Yeah. I have goldfish brain. I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah. But all in all, I think that this is a win for the movies in
Yeah, for
this
sure.
year. It's-
A movie that's like meh can have a bunch of people go see it and be like, all right, cool,
Exactly.
and not be pissed.
I will say,
it's like Western wear is probably gonna be popping off now. The soundtrack did suck.
Cheese
Like,
did say he wanted to buy a cowboy hat after seeing this movie.
I was looking for a cowboy hat to wear on this episode, but
I would have loved
didn't
to have
enough
done
time.
that. I should have thought
Oh,
about that.
I wish we had just found like
Dude, what
three
if
of
we
them.
Western weared? We would have been so sick. Obviously, being this tone, I would have looked cooler than you guys.
Absolutely.
But
I don't know. I've been out in the sun, so you know.
You'll never get here, bro.
Yeah.
I'm about there. I'm about there.
This is gold.
Are you guys going band for band on Melanin right now?
The Irish guy.
You'll get there, bro. You'll get there.
I'm working on it.
But I will say, just as a general storytime reaction, this movie is I was like fucking psyched to go to the movies and watch this. Like, to the point where I was like anticipating seeing it all week.
Better in the theater. I feel like this is you gotta go if you're gonna see.
If you have a nice home theater setup, this could be fun.
Yeah. If it's raining.
But like we go to the movies all the time. You know what I mean? I'm excited to go, but like I was like, oh, we got like a fucking classic blockbuster, summertime fucking jam to go see with like roll out with everybody. That's awesome. Felt cool.
You know what I'm excited for that I know you're not excited for? We're about to do that exact same thing. Deadpool and Wolverine, dude.
Oh, God.
Oh, here we go.
It's going to be fire. We're all going to see it. It's going to be sick as fuck.
It's so funny.
You seen Dogpool, dude?
Dogpool?
Have you seen Dogpool?
I've seen so many different takes on this movie.
This is probably going to be like the movie of the summer. It has to be. It's the highest grossing
It's
rated
either
R movie.
Twisters or this one, Deadpool, Wolverine, right? Yeah, it's going to be one of the two.
It's good. Twisters is overperforming, but Deadpool is going to be like a smash hit.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to happen, we haven't seen it, probably be the next movie. I'm probably going to walk out of the theater being like, I had a good time. But everything I'm seeing from like people online is that it's like, it's fun enough, but like the rot at the middle of it is like,
Hits you?
It's like anti-art.
I was going to say, it definitely is going to be going so much that you're eventually just going to be like dead from all the jokes.
Yeah. We'll see.
Dogpool. Shout out Dogpool.
Speaking of comic book stuff, do you guys want to talk about the Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom
I was actually
reveal?
thinking about.
Oh my God! What the fuck is that? How's that going to work? It's the Avengers, right? So it's the same people that
It's
are
multiverse, though. They're
going to do it in the Fantastic Four, and then like anyone could be anyone nowadays.
So it's going to be something where like they recognize him as Tony Stark, but it's not Tony Stark because he's from a different universe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're like, what the fuck?
But I was like, also you can just.
We're 5 movies back. We'll have to ask Russo when he comes on for Fellow Fictions.
But I was like, you could also just put prosthetics on him, and he's just different. I mean, he's going to be wearing a mask most of the time.
No way.
He's literally wearing a mask all the
shit
time.
like that.
I can definitely see the prediction being like the multiverse breaks and everyone's like, that's Tony, but no, he's bad.
Oh, this is how they.
But he's bad boy now.
Yeah, this is how they fixed the Jonathan Majors.
It is how they fixed the Jonathan Majors.
Everyone's face switches. So now Tom Holland maybe can be somebody else.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors comes back.
Yeah, well, I was saying could be like a Tropic Thunder situation where Robert Downey Jr. just is Jonathan Majors.
Oh my God.
He's the only guy in the last 30 years who's been able to get away with it. So
that's true.
Let's just run with that, and then he can just ride off into the sunset. It wasn't Oppenheimer that Downey Jr. was like, I'm going to get my Oscar and then leave. It's like, no, I'm going to go back into blackface.
Jonathan Majors' character from Avengers. Yeah. All right, y'all. We fucking did it. Let's twist out of here, dude. By the way, this fire ass hand signal.
Also, the 2-finger kind of like.
I don't remember.
No, they did a little like hand thing.
Oh yeah, dude, that was sick.
Yeah, they did that, and I was like, it was fucking sick.
That's some NBA player fucking.
Yeah, it's great for the person who has a hurt thumb to dap.
Dude.
That's good.
All right. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to the pod on Spotify. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Kaboom.
We bring the boom.